Red2 standing by, all for lit and in the green. Welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey. We really need to get cooking in Mount Volbono. And we got a nice easy moon by lighting a couple of torches. So, in the last episode, we wound up pretending to be meat, attracted the attention of a bird, and now the volcano has erupted. And we need to be a potaboo. Is there anything interesting in here? Alright, thank you for telling me. Nice and punctual at least. So that area that was a dead end has opened up. We can get in the cannon. Fire our way over. And we're proceeding with the next part of the mission, which is making our way up the erupting volcano. That one just died. Not sure what was going on there. This could be a coin. I was hoping it was something important. So I got the purple coins that were around here. We've got 66 still. I think it's going to get a little trickier to actually wind up doing this. And this is getting all the purple coins. Can I jump? Why did I do the easy? Why did I make the hard bit look easy and the easy bit look hard? Why am I like this? Alright, roll our corn log over. Very oh no, at least I hit the checkpoint flag. You know what, I'm going to have to keep this. The clown outfit very much suits me. Because, yeah, I have... Oh no. Wait, if I extinguish the torches, do I get anything? No, just coins. Well, I needed that. Jeez, I've been a complete bozo for most of this. For some reason, I'm just not quite playing right. But then again, I am a bit of a perfectionist anyway. I suppose the lava levels... Going back to what I was discussing previously, the lava levels are always dangerous. Oh, good, I got those. Do I have any? Yeah, over here. They're always dangerous because they're very punishing of mistakes. It's like you get one little thing wrong and you're in a lot of trouble, basically. You can just... It doesn't have to be through it. It can just be because you're not familiar with the level, but the lava levels demand a significantly higher amount of perfection than most level types do. I mean, underwater levels are usually fine so long as you have a way to not drown. Then you've got your... Yeah, then... Say, factory levels are usually pretty dangerous, though. There we go. We've got a lot of story-based moons by the looks of it. Oh, cool. We get to keep the wig. Keeping in mind, I already told you what happened to my hair. So we've climbed up the cascading magma, we have 3/4 of our purple coins, and we're finally going to be ready to fight Cookatiel. Off we go. Alright, so we do need a potaboo and a rock. Now if I kick the rock the right way, then I can actually capture these. Set those ablaze. So I probably would need to go back to the Wooded Kingdom in order to capture a regular piranha, a poison piranha plant, and just use it for that. Alright, well I stuck the landing very nicely. That's just a selection of... Now I think we need to get on top of the doorway too. A couple of rocks we can punt. Purple coins over there. I did not kick that in the right direction. Oh! I did not kick that in the right direction. Alright, well that's down. Now we need to get this one, or... Fortunately, those are so slow moving. Where do I find my potaboos? Do I have to find them? Do I have to get over there with a potaboo after I've completed this particular area? Start of the peak climb, unless there's a potaboo on the way up. Alright, 81. Careful on those flipping platforms up above. Yes, some of them do flip over. Alright, coins. More purple coins. 15 to go. We're doing pretty well. All things considered, I'd say in that front, but the most important thing is trying to navigate... Man, I'm making a lot of mistakes. I deserve that clown wig. So yeah, just try and navigate through the area proper and avoid getting hit by capsicum boulders. Now, if I'm careful... Oh, I bet there's something up there in post-game. I bet it's post-game. So I fell all the way back down here for nothing. I was certain there had to be some sort of hidden moon there. And I was completely and utterly wrong. Which I suppose should not surprise anyone. But I suppose that's part of the adventure. Just looking around, seeing what we can see. How many moons are there? Oh, and I haven't given our exposition. Mount Volbono, the bubbling berg that heats the meats. Population, plentiful. Size, buffet. Locals, Volbonians. Currency, tomato-shaped. Industry, food and minerals. Temperature, average 93 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 34 Celsius. The gates of a gourmet paradise. The historic old town. Oh wait, hang on, we go this one. Cooking with a volcano. Surrounded by strange pink lava, Mount Volbono is colourful and vibrant. A vision straight from a picture book. It is famous for its cuisine, with dishes simmered over the volcano and chock full of the local produce that grows to enormous size thanks to the volcanic climate. It is worth noting that volcanic soil is very, very good for agriculture. The historic old town. On your way to Mount Volbono, you'll pass through the old town, ringed by the ruined walls that once enclosed the town. These sturdy cut stone walls even now suggest the prosperity of those times. Atop the walls are little mounds of salt carried by the wind and piled up naturally. Visitors can walk along the tops of the walls. Do so if you get a chance. The sights here are very different from the colourful scenery of Piranza Plaza, but are equally breathtaking. Cheese is hard as rock. The cheese in Mount Volbono is quite hard, likely because it is left near the lava and dries out completely. The locals chisel it with hammers. You're welcome to join. Cooking Carnival. A highlight of Mount Volbono's year is the Cooking Carnival, where visitors from all over the world come to sample the famous stupendous stew. While cooking on a volcano is of course a grand spectacle, the dish itself has a surprisingly delicate flavour, described most frequently in reviews as a melty deliciosity. A resting place for meat. The giant slab of meat used in the stupendous stew is crusted generously in salt and left to rest on a high perch near the volcano. Aging the meat high above the lava, cooled by the wind, is essential to creating the core flavour. If you arrived before the Cooking Carnival, be sure to take the opportunity to visit the platform and see the meat resting soundly before its long journey. Peronza Plaza. Be sure to visit the centrally located Peronza Plaza for a friendly welcome. Once among the colourful heaps of giant ingredients and succulent smells, you may find it hard to leave. 3 keys to the kingdom. Sample the famous dish, stupendous stew. It's what the locals eat. Gape at exotic ingredients like gigantic vegetables and rock-hard cheeses. Marvel at the preserved architecture, the best-kept secret in tourism. So, let's get going on our trip again, because... well, oh, I just stuck the landing there. Oh, that actually went very stylishly. And if we go up here, we might... hopefully there are some more purple coins around here. Ah, Potterboo. That's what I'm looking for. All the way down we go, and we can do a bit of exploring. Because I really, really want to see if there are any more purple coins out here. Captain Toad is all the way out here. But there don't seem to be purple coins, which is making me mildly sad. Nothing's tucked away in a corner there. Nothing's hiding back here. Yeah, we don't actually have any purple coins hiding in the lava. Really didn't need that Potterboo for too much more other than climbing up. So I'll head back out and talk to Captain Toad. That'll at least get me a power moon. It's very pink around here. Whoops. How'd I get out here? Whew, it's so hot here I can't remember. But wow, sizzle time, right? I did find this power moon though. Take it, all yours. Bon appetit, Captain Toad. 35 moons. Now, how to get back? And this fires me a long way up. That's where I need to be. So, we've cleared that bit. And if I get my jump right... Why is this happening? How on earth did I actually manage to wind up just perfectly timing it so I hit the pixels worth of edge of the platform, and why does jumping from a standing start always wind up being so terrible? Now if I'm careful, I can sneak up this way at least. But yeah, sometimes it feels like... I know I was praising the Potterboo earlier, but sometimes it seems like whenever you've got to jump from a standing start... Oh, I actually need the Potterboo. It feels like a lot of the time whenever you've got to jump from a standing start in the Mario games... Oh, well, that was perfectly timed. That was yeah, like, there's just a little bit of platform edge. And it was just enough for the Potterboo to crash into it and not make the jump. Like, it's one of the things that has always bugged... Wait, hang on. Why did that count? Yeah, it's one of the things that's always bugged me about the Mario games. Just the fact that your momentum can be so crummy. It's like, I should make this right, and then you just stop. I'm not risking finding out what happens when those platforms turn around. Alright, well, we've got 88 coins. That's the important thing. Ah, there's an easy way. Look, I still mostly care about the purple coins. Now, top of the peak climb, I'm pretty sure there's a moon. Maybe it's in post-game. Alright, well, at least we're going up to the boss fight. I've still got 12 more purple coins to find. And this is a boss fight I am not great at. Cookatiel will periodically attack us. By spitting vegetables at us. And various spiked balls. So I think we just have to wait for that, and then eventually Cookatiel starts vomiting. Jump and a whack on the noggin. So keep moving. You will find hearts in the bits of vegetables, so try not to break them all at once. They still landed on one anyway. Two down. Now this is the hard bit. Because the vomit comes out in segments, and yeah, Cookatiel does wind up essentially vomiting out the very stuff that we were actually swimming in. I don't think the entire kingdom is Cookatiel's vomit, but it's not a good look anyway. Alright, into the air with you. Further into the air with you, bird. That's the problem. Like, I get no momentum. I wind up back near the start. You get no momentum, you wind up back near the start, and it's just, that section is just a drag. It's like you've got to time everything absolutely perfectly. And most of the time you wind up just going back where you started because you missed a jump. I'm right at you. Thank you. And now Cookatiel just cannot fly anymore and falls into the stew. So we've boiled a bird to death. And we have a multi-moon. Which I've missed. There we go. Cookatiel showdown complete, and I have 12 more purple coins to find, which is the important thing. We've got our moons, but now I have to find purple coins. Well, everyone's very happy. Alright then, let's get after Bowser. Not yet. There's probably more to do. There are purple coins to find. And I am not mucking around. I need to find where all the purple coins are. A lot has opened up, quite literally. Okay, so there's nothing for the hammer. Nothing for the... There might be something in that cheese rock, but I don't know how I get a... But I have to do a lot of work to get the hammer bro all the way here. I could do it, though. That was a good landing. There's a rabbit for some reason. Oh, there's a little... No, wait. I know where that little... what that little tunnel is. Do I? Oh, hang on. I did not see that. That's opened up. So I might have to take the Potterbo through here. I'll bet there are purple coins. There are not purple coins. This is going to be the worst bit. Trying to track down the location of the remaining purple coins. That was on me. Rising tide of lava. So, I do not see purple coins in here. Corner of the magma swamp. I do not see purple coins in here, which is sad. And then we have to navigate this lava field, avoiding the fire piranha plants and picking up our moon shards. Wait, I can deflect those? I didn't know I could deflect the fireballs. There you go. I've genuinely learned something new. Okay, make our way over here. Alright, so I'm not very good at deflecting them. Oh, that's... Wait, hang on. That might be how I wound up taking out a fire bro beforehand. Because I didn't realize that I could deflect the fireballs back at them. Alright, so wait here. And then we get that. So that's wrapped up that little bonus area, but the problem is we still have to find the purple coins, and I'm going to be insistent on that. Magma swamp floating and sinking. They're really right, well I probably need the Potterbo to explore. Nothing hidden there. But I suppose we can probably do it a little later on. It's interesting that all of this area does wind up opening up so much. It's really cool that you just get that huge, much more expansive area that pops up entirely because you've cleared so many story modes. It's a really cool approach. It does mean that sometimes you're not going to be able to to find a lot of things very easily at the start of it. But it gets easier with time, I guess. And yeah, I'm going to have absolutely no idea where the rest of these are. That's going to be incredibly painful. Wait, so this... Oh, that's just there. Well, I don't think there's really too much more I can do in this particular area. We might just have to get looking in the next one. I am probably going to need lists for some of these. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2, returning to base. The cover's come off again. How did I fail and succeed? I thought I was going to have to start the whole thing again.
No! Not into the pit! It burns!